Hello, Shea.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
How was your day with us today?
It's been awesome. We started really early. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. and it was like a 2 hour drive. We're out in the countryside in this beautiful estate. It's like something out of a book or a movie, and
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. It's a little chilly, but we're shooting
It's
fall,
always
winter
it's
stuff,
always
so it's
like
good.
this in UK.
I
It's
know.
unbelievable. They just don't have a summer.
I can't imagine. Like, I'm a California girl, so I get really sad when there's no sun, and I love London, but I think I couldn't live here because I need to see the sun.
Yeah. Do you come often to London Fashion Week or to Europe
Um,
in general?
I come to Europe a lot, mainly Milan and Paris, for work or for Fashion Week. I don't do London as often because there's not as many shows or as many really big shows. But I've been trying to come more because I really like it here. So.
You have more than a million followers on Instagram. What's your secret?
Oh gosh. I think it was, I started Instagram in the beginning. I was like an early user. I had a website that was really popular that had millions and millions of views of young women who like fashion. And then when Instagram started, they all kind of followed me on Instagram. And now I mainly do stuff on Instagram in terms of like social media. That's like my main platform. I had a blog before, but I'm not really using it as much now because now I started my own clothing line and I'm kind of a designer and I creative direct for a lot of different brands. So I'm really busy. But Instagram is my main like social media platform where I connect with
What advice would you give to a young fashion lover, that wants to start up an Instagram page?
Oh gosh, okay. I think that everybody has Instagram by now, but I think that you have to really have a creative vision for Instagram. For me, it's like an art. I shoot everything with my iPhone, but like it looks like a lot of it looks like it could be in a magazine. And it's cool and it's different and it's cool images that people want to see. I think that's really, really important to have like a vision and make it kind of all flow together. And I like put cool filters on all my photos, and I kind of make everything look a little bit vintage and grainy and like film. But yeah, it has to kind of stand out. It has to be beautiful and it has to be aesthetically pleasing, I think.
But technically, do you have to do something like different? Yeah, I don't know, to put a lot of hashtags or to
There are ways to get
put
followers.
locations,
Yeah.
maybe, or
Especially for when you're starting out, I think hashtags are really important because, if you like use common hashtags or hashtags about fashion or like trends, style, those kind of things. Location is important too because people go, if you're at a cool place and then somebody else wants to go there, they're going to go type in that location. They're going to look at who's been there and they might, come across you and be like, wow, this is a really cool photo. I wonder who this person is. I notice like a lot of people that are up and coming on Instagram, they use a lot of hashtags. Yeah.
do you travel a lot for work?
A lot. I live in LA, but I'm there not even half the year. I was in the past 2 months or 3 months. I've been in Europe most of the time. I was here for a wedding, and then I was here for a month. Like I went all over Europe, and then I went home for 2 weeks, and now I'm back for all of Fashion Weeks. So I'm barely ever home. Yeah, it's crazy, and I'm actually sick right now, which sucks because I travel so much and I always get sick, And I'm always like, I need to slow down. But then I get really amazing opportunities, like to come shoot for Elle in the countryside. So it's like, I don't care how sick I am. I took so much medicine. I was like, I'm coming no matter what.
What time did you go to bed last night? After Tommy
So we
Tommy
had to go-
show,
yeah, the
because we
Tommy Hill-
stayed until late
Yeah.
for the after party, and
So we went to the Tommy Hilfiger show, and then they had a concert, and it was far away from the hotel, and we had to pack because we're leaving for Milan right after the shoot. So by the time we actually fell asleep, it was like probably like 1 a.m. and then we had to get up at like 4:30. So we didn't really sleep very much at all, and we kept waking up in the night, being like like that scary feeling where you feel like you missed your alarm,
I was amazed because Caroline Freeland showed me some pictures you've done with the phone, because I asked her, who does your pictures, and she said, well, she's very good. Look what she has done with the iPhone, and I was really amazed by that.
The iPhone is incredible.
So you don't come with a photographer with you when you travel, or it's
I
not
used
that?
to. Well, okay, so I'm a really like good photographer, and if I wasn't doing everything else that I was doing, I probably would do photography. My mom is a photographer, and my little brother is a photographer, so it's kind of like runs in our family, and like I think we just all have that creative vision. But yeah, I'm really, I know how to use a professional camera really well, and so I think it translates to like Instagram and the iPhone, because the iPhone is actually a really incredible camera when you know how to like use it right and you understand lighting. And even just, this is a really silly tip that I was teaching Caroline just at Fashion Week in New York. So if the sun is coming behind you, with a normal real camera, you can adjust it so that you're bright enough, but the iPhone doesn't understand that. It doesn't understand how to like, it would make you really dark because if the sun's behind you. But I love backlit photos. So what you can do is, with the iPhone, if you stand in front of a white car, so if you're on the street in New York, basically, and there's a white car parked on the side of the street, you would put yourself in front of the white car, the sun behind you, the sun would reflect on the white car and hit you in the face kind of like a reflector. So I really look for places like that when I'm shooting on Instagram, like white walls that have the sun hitting it that can reflect back against me. Or look for an area that's shaded and you stand in the shade, but the sun is right in front of you. So it's reflecting off the ground onto your face. So there's a lot of like tricks like that you can do. You can use like your surroundings as like natural light reflectors.
Well, thanks a lot. Do you have my last question? Do you have an agent or an agency, or is it?
Yeah, I have a manager, a personal manager, and they're like a management agency, and they manage a lot of the top social media influencers. Not just influencers, but they also manage big celebrities in terms of their social media too. And they actually do everything for me right now, and I've worked with them since I started for like 6 years ago. I worked with a big modeling agency for a while too, but my personal managers were just better. They understood my brand better, and they worked harder for just me. So I'm like a big advocate of like finding a great personal manager, because agencies, they have so many clients, and like you can get lost in the mix sometimes.
Well, thanks a lot, and I hope I'll
Thank
see you soon again in
Yes.
Milan and in Paris. Are you going into Paris?
Romania too.
Oh, in Romania too, yes.
Whenever you
Why
invite
not?
us. Thank you.
Thanks a
Bye.
lot.